exploring business opportunities in sheep and goat farming. So I'll take my topic, my overview of presentation in this way, introducing the topic and then discussing about the present market trends and demands and what are the opportunities for carrying out business in sheep and goat farming and probable profitability and investment aspects. And obviously, any business has its own challenges and how to mitigate or meet out the risk to address these challenges. And what are the best livestock practices for achieving any kind of success? And some of the real life success stories, which I have personally met and spoke to them, and the concluding session. So I'll take my presentations in this way. So introducing the topic, so we all know that small ruminant farming plays a very, very vital role to the livestock production, providing all kinds of products like meat, milk, fiber, and also its byproducts. And this is one kind of farming which is highly suited for all types of areas, arid, semi-arid, diverse climates. And recently of late, there is an increased consumption, especially in areas of Asia, Middle East, and Africa, showing the great demand existing in those areas. And not only the meats and dairy milk products, because of the health consciousness among the consumers, as well as the availability of income, this market of goat milk is expanding in a huge way. And of course, textile industry, where there's a huge demand for wool and cashmere. And the investment compared to the large animals shows 100% less investment with shorter reproductive cycles and very, very fast returns. So this is one kind of farming highly suitable and highly practiced by people of smaller land holdings. And of course, very beautiful integration can be done with this type of farm. And very diverse business opportunities available and a very, very sustainable kind of enterprise. And with this upcoming digital marketing and e-commerce platform, this evolves as a very, very highly promising livestock enterprise. So with this introduction, I'll take you through what is the present market trend and what is the demand, which is nurturing or which is creating so many business opportunities in this particular field of small ruminant farming. A glance of the sheep and goat very clearly shows, as per the statistics, with 65 million in 2012, the population has increased to 74 million. As far as sheep is concerned, and as far as goat is concerned, you can see a percentage change from 135 million to 148, accounting to over 10% increase as far as goat population in our country, and 14% increase as far as sheep population in our country as per the present statistics. Talking about Asian scenarios, market trend and demand. So India is almost representing 14% of Asia's sheep population. Goat sector is representing more than 1/4 of Asia's total goat population. So this is something, a very interesting figure, which we come across during glancing of statistics. And coming to the where we stand in the world's scenario. So we almost stand first in goat population, goat milk production, and second in goat meat production, and third in sheep population. So we are in the first top three, representing a huge contribution as far as chevon, mutton, and goat milk is concerned. So this clearly shows that sheep and goat rearing is a very, very profitable entrepreneurial venture where we can venture in, is managed very, very effectively because it is able to provide us income in terms of milk, in terms of meat, in terms of wool, hide, manure, fiber, so many. So that is why it is called as anytime money for poor people. Talking about the growing demand of sheep and goat meat. So I discuss here the global scenario and the Indian scenario. So talking about the demand for this meat sector globally, almost you can see that the market value globally is reaching $60 billion in 2020, showing very clearly a 2.5% of compounded annual growth rate. China is the largest consumer, almost showing 5.3 million tons, and there's a huge demand of this mutton and chamois requirement, especially in Asia, Middle East and Africa, mainly because of their religious and cultural preferences which are existing in the area. And projections show that there is a 1.6 increase annual compounded annual growth rate from 2020 to 2030, potentially reaching about 9.7 million tons by 2030. This is the growing demand of meat globally. Coming to the Indian scenario of meat industry of small ruminants, so India is almost contributing 35% of the world's goat population. This is a very interesting figure. And sheep producing states, top sheep producing states are Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Rajasthan, and Tamil Nadu. And we have a primary destinations of Indian export of sheep and goat milk meat are United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and Kuwait. These are the primary destinations where we are doing huge exports, and also a projection rate of double the billion in 2030 is expected with a compounded annual growth rate of 6.3%. This is about the booming meat industry scenario in India. Next product is milk. So what is this dairy industry of goat dairy industry market globally? So this is again valued to 13 billion in 2023, and it's projected to reach to a huge level of $20 billion in 2030. The key market segments. So the major contribution is milk, cheese, infant formula, and yogurt. Talking about the same industry in India, India has the largest goat population, and contribution around 4 to 5% of total milk production in India is from goat milk. And the most interesting thing in this is the huge consumption is coming from rural areas where as well as people with lactose intolerance. And compared to the cow milk, the fat globules is much smaller, and also low lactose content is leading to high digestibility, because of which there is more consumption in lines of digestibility and nutritional benefits. And this is something which is of medicinal property, hence used in Ayurvedic medications, and rich in essential nutrients like vitamin A, calcium, and proteins. So the niche area is organic and specialty dairy products. These products into cheese, yogurt, infant formula, and skincare products. So increasing awareness day by day is driving the urban market demand. This is about the booming goat milk industry in India. So we spoke about the demand of meat, the demand of milk, then coming to the demand of. So huge contribution of global market is expected from this particular area. 2026, 49 billion is expected, and the export market domination is from Australia, New Zealand, and China. So this is about like a simple comparison of animal and synthetic fibers. So you can see this illustration where wool still remains, even though 2020, and I've compared 2020 with 2025, wool still remains the dominant natural fiber, while synthetic fiber, of course, continues to grow in market share. So if you see this graph, this is actually forecasting. I mean, this is actually showing the projected market growth over the next 10 years, which is going to come ahead. So industry is expected to grow very, very, very steadily. So you can see very nicely the graph moving from 2024 to 2032, whereas there is a steady increase. Industry in India, okay. So Rajasthan is the lead in wool production, contributing around 48%, followed by Jammu and Kashmir. And the major contribution comes for us is from carpet grade, which is accounting to 85%, apparel grade 5%, and post grade 10%. Most interesting point here is wool sector is employing around 1.2 million people, and all associated industries in addition is engaging around 2 million of people, and only 0.3 million are involved only in carpet weaving. So huge employment contribution from this particular sector is what is wool contribution in India. So ultimately, understanding the market trend and demand. So 100% sheep and goat farming or sheep and goat business is a profitable livestock and business with the rising population, huge demand for meat and dairy consumption, climate resilience, farming system, and a huge support system from government and financial aid from the government, both worldwide as well as in India. So coming to the next point of discussion, that is business opportunities in sheep and goat farming. So what are those areas which are opening up huge opportunities for establishing business in sheep and goat farming? So one is breeding and genetics business. Yes, with the high demand breeds, this is one area where huge revenue can be generated with such kind of breeds which are contributing as far as goat meat is concerned, Boyer, Sirhoi, Osmanabadi, Beetle. Milk is concerned, Malbari, Jamunapari. And then sheep, we have Deccani, Madras Red, and Nellore, Bandur, and in wool, the Pashmina. So the huge revenue can be generated, or huge business can be created from selective breeding and superior stock. And the role of veterinarian here is with artificial insemination and embryo transfer technology. So this is one particular area. And coming to the sheep industry, so certainly I said it is almost accounting to 2% of the world's total production, and the majority being carpet grade, apparel grade, and 10% is coarse wool. And we also have specialty fibers such as pashmina, mainly from regions of Ladakh. This is catering to the niche market, and it is contributing to highly valued kind of product in the textile industry. So here also the veterinarian role is nutrition and breed improvement for fiber quality. Coming to the next area of business where it can be explored is leather and byproduct industry. So talking about leather industry, we find some interesting points here. 10 foreign exchange earners contributing about 46% of its production exported. So we know that like exploring the business opportunities. Okay, so breeding and genetics is one area, and wool and goat fiber industry is one area, and leather and byproduct industry. So this is something interesting to share, that 4 million people in leather industry, and India is the second largest producer of footwear with the tanning, designing, manufacturing, exporting. So much of huge labor force involved in this particular sector or industry. And apart from that, we have manure as organic fertilizer, as well as additional products like bones, hooves, and that. So this is all some of the, areas where huge business opportunities are tapping for veterinarians as well as for the farmers. And coming to the any business, you look into the profitability and investment aspects. So talking about profitability, so I would like to just share how is the profitability or cost benefit analysis between small operations and huge operations, and what kind of government subsidies and financial support is provided, and how we can integrate value chain integration and agripreneurship opportunities in small ruminant farming. So these are the three aspects I would like to discuss under profitability and investment aspects. So coming to the comparison between small and large scale operation, obviously a farmer can choose, or the best choice he can make is based upon the land availability, based upon the fodder availability, based on the water availability, kind of market access he has, what kind of objective or goal he has. So based on this, you can go either for small scale farming, which is highly flexible with low investment and premium pricing potential it has. Whereas large scale farming, 100% has its benefits from economies of scale, bulk sales, and automation. So obviously high capital requirement is there in the case of. So what you want to do, your choice depends upon the availability of resources. So coming to the government subsidies and financial support for an entrepreneur to take up business in small ruminant farming. So one is we have Department of Animal. I'm just providing you the sources through which you can take support. So one is Department of Animal Husbandry, Dairying and Fisheries, which is implementing several schemes to promote entrepreneurship in small ruminant farming. And then we have National Livestock Mission. It's a central government initiative starting and going on in a big way. More than 1,000 projects have been have been implemented, or the beneficiaries are availing its fruits, with almost 300 projects approved from state of Karnataka itself. So their focus is on breeding farms and in providing infrastructure as well as skill development. And the interesting part here is 50% of capital subsidy. So they are able to provide support for farmers who are interested in 500 plus 25, 400 plus 20, as well as 100 plus. So these are the units in which support is provided for the farmers. And next is we have National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, offering huge loans and subsidy supports as well as insurance support, especially during uncertainties. Then we have Uttarakhand Sheep, Goat, Rabbit Cooperative Federation. So this kind of cooperative federation is, this program is actually UK CDP as well as USGCF. Both of them are aligning with the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat by promoting self-reliance among the farmers. So this is one thing, which is the Federation providing assistance to small ruminant farmers in terms of insurance, marketing, and training. Then we have Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. Okay, this is again supporting sheep and goat farmers, especially prioritizing SC and ST women as beneficiaries to seek sustainable livelihood. Then we have SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. They're also promoting entrepreneurship. They're encouraging farmers to take up sheep and goat farming, especially in breed development as entrepreneurs. Then we have something called ICR, Central Sheep and Wool Research Institute, which is located in Rajasthan. Okay, they have come out with several programs. Of important of them are Chetna 2024, as well as Livestock Entrepreneurship Development Program. Both of them are focusing and promoting entrepreneurship across India, as far as small ruminant farming is concerned, especially in encouraging the meat sector. Then we have Indian Grassland and Fodder Research Institute, UP. So this is again supporting entrepreneurship in goat farming. Okay, so in development program, trainings, come workshops. So they are emphasizing the potential of commercial goat production as a viable enterprise. Then we have, apart from ICFRI, we have something called Ministry of Food Processing Industry. Their aim to is create infrastructure, agro-processing and value addition. And they may have NRC meet. So they are actually coming out with very, very novel ideas, innovative ideas in helping and supporting the startup entrepreneurs, focusing more on slaughter, dressing, value addition, as well as skill and knowledge sharing. So a very portable, you can see here a PMART called a portable meat production and retailing facility for a very, very hygienic meat production for small ruminants. And then in Karnataka, we have something called Karnataka Sheep and Wool Development Corporation India, which is doing huge support to sheep and goat farmers in the form of programs, capacity building, construction of state-of-art animal marketing places, slaughterhouses, also in wool processing units, and also distribution of smaller units for the shepherds. So this is a very good support system. And apart from this, Karnataka government is providing an ex gratia of rupees 5,000 to the farmers whose animals have come across, especially only in sheep and goat, where animals die with some reason or other. They have to immediately report to the local veterinarian, and after the post-mortem, the veterinarian gives a report. Then 5,000 is sanctioned by the government. Apart from that, in the state government of Telangana, sheep distribution schemes, where government is taking up the cost of 75%, beneficiaries only take care of 25%. And apart from this, financial institutional supports like IDBI Bank, Union Bank of India, all these are also providing huge support, especially for small ruminant farming, sheep and goat farming, in establishing their entrepreneurial enterprise. So recent development is increase in budget, which is expected to enhance the rural income and curb the food inflation. So this is all about the support system provided the financial support provided by the government. Coming to the next one, value chain integration and entrepreneurship opportunities. So areas like production, improved breeding techniques, processing like meat processing, marketing and distribution, like commerce platforms, consumer services. So these are some of the key components creating value chain integration. So talking here about the agripreneurship opportunities, again, are in the areas of breeding and genetics, feed production with establishment of high quality feed mills, hydroponic fodder systems, health and veterinary services where herbal based treatments are picking up, mobile veterinary units are picking up, meat and dairy processing, certified meat plants, oat milk based products are taking the prime platform. And in market linkage and export, you have the contract farming and the growing demand in Middle East and Asian markets, and also agripreneurship opportunities in sustainable practices like organic farming and manure-based biogas production. So these are some of the business opportunities and the support system. So any kind of business, obviously, there's a lot of challenges which an entrepreneur has to face along with management of risks. So what kind of challenges this small ruminant business is possible to face is one is high mortality rates, and then fodder shortage, huge market fluctuation, which can be expected. And of course, the climate change is the key sector there. Limited veterinary services and unorganized market in this particular sector, which has the major challenges which these kind of businesses facing. So coming to the mortality rates or the disease management strategies or disease risk, how can you get over this? Is one is regular vaccination, okay, balanced nutrition to improve the immunity. So these are certain aspects which can address the disease challenges. And coming out with drought-resistant fodder crops, we have certain drought-resistant fodder crops like silo, lucerne, napier, tree fodders, okay, and I mean silage, hay. All these are also like coming formulation of cost-effective uh, strategies to overcome the challenges in fodder area. Coming to the marketing area, okay, huge diversification of marketing channel can be done to avoid the risk, especially exploring the local market, online platforms, and the next level is your export. So formation of cooperatives is one platform where bulk bargaining power can be used, and you can use this platform, especially as an individual farmer. It's not possible, but as a cooperative, it can be done in a big way. Then coming to the climate change and environmental risk. So climate resilient breeds, we have goat breeds and sheep breeds, which are highly climate resilient and adaptable temperature and sustainable water conservation techniques can help us to overcome the risk. So in total, in just proactive disease prevention, efficient fodder planning, market diversification, climate adaptation strategies. So these are in just the risk management. The challenges can be addressed by the entrepreneurs. Coming to the best livestock practices. So the key success for livestock practices are: one is selection of high quality breeds, efficient feeding and nutrition management, disease prevention, marketing, and value addition. So I've just explained this in detail. So coming to the real life success stories or the case studies in sheep and goat businesses. So some of the success stories which I personally met the farmers and discussed. So this is one of such kind where I came across in Hassan. So this is Mr. Subhash. You can see his farm there. He is having around 4 acres of land with 5 daughter animals and 40 rambolays. And he also has a silage making unit coming out with silage. So he says that it is a very, very promising enterprise of which he is getting a returns of 10 lakhs in 1 year. So this is a totally stall fed system what he is going through. And he is also he's selling F1 generation lambs, F2 generation lambs, and F3 generation lambs, especially with Dorper, and gaining huge returns. That is what he has expressed. And if you just see, compare this with the previous one, this is one farmer who is possessing around 1.5 1 acre of land, where he is having around 25 goats, and he is totally on the grazing system. And he says that in a year he earns 1.5 lakhs. So you can see here the difference here, where uh, obviously here the number of animals are little more, and also the breed. So in a completely stall fed system, this farmer is able to earn 10 lakhs, and in without any input or without any investment. Okay, it is really a promising enterprise for him, that he says that in 1 year I'm able to earn 1.5 lakhs. The animals are taken here only for grazing. Part of their family members just take the animals for grazing around 5 to 6 hours in a day. So this is an interesting pattern of difference of stall fed as well as in the grazing system. And there's one more beneficiary whom we met, is an NLM scheme beneficiary, Mr. Suresh from Bangalore, Devanahalli area. So, and we actually took part of a team of farmers who had come for training to this particular farmer. So he's a very happy farmer with the NLM support system. He has purchased the animals. He has established his shed, and he's just in the process where he has just started. Okay, so he is quite happy and going on. There is no farmer in small ruminant sector, whether it is a small holding or long holding or huge holding. There is a everyone feels it's a promising enterprise. So this is one. So a lot of success stories of cooperatives, FPOs, started all over the country. Where even this is one of the women goat farmers itself starting as FPO, running in a very successful way. And talking about the FPOs, so in Hassan, we came across three FPOs. So with very huge forward and backward linkages supported through the FPO. So this is one area like where there is a lot of support system, and these FPOs have their own office. They take their team for several trainings, model farms. Okay. This is a feed mill or feed unit which has been established by an FPO. So the FPOs is one kind of platform where huge bargaining power can be accessed through. And apart from this, these are some of the small scale business models which can be in the area of value addition. So now the upcoming business is the food trucks with only 6 or 7 items which they are established themselves, either as an individual or as a group. So with the growing population, the demand of food trucks has been increasing in a big way. And of course, with the small scale slaughterhouse units as well as small scale meat processing unit, addressing both the small entrepreneurs as well as the huge entrepreneurs. So this is one research work of one of our PG student, where we addressed the Mandia sheep farmers, and the only intervention we did was with Sesbania grandiflora, feeding the Mandia sheep with an additional 2 to 3 kg of say fodder, and we found around from average daily weight gain observed was almost 120 to 130. No other intervention was done, but we felt that this intervention was really successful to show them the average weight gain what the animals have come across. So it's likely to conclude saying that strong market research, niche selection, usage of advanced technology, and marketing and value chain, commitment to quality. So these are some of the what do you say success stories, what concerns which has to be met. So as such, I would like to conclude saying a simple analysis what has been done for a livestock entrepreneur, especially small ruminant. The strength of this particular sector is the secondary livelihood sector, creating a very stable market and no religious stigma. And there's a very continuous increase or stable increase in the market. The only weakness is still there is so much of dearth for knowledge, for awareness in scientific practices, in selection of breeding stock, limited availability of land because it is fodder dependent, and highly unorganized sector. Talking about the opportunities, so as I said, huge number of opportunities already discussed. So there is an increasing trend as far as milk is concerned, health consciousness of people preferring over goat milk over the cow milk, and of course the platform FPO and contract farming taking up in a big. And talking about the threats, of course, disease and fodder unavailability is always a threat. So this is a structural approach uh, to start and manage sheep and goat farming enterprise to establish a successful entrepreneurship. So in sheep and goat rearing, selection of animals, feeding, housing, healthcare, breeding, sales, and marketing. The most important is the sales and marketing, where where based upon this the production process starts. So in what all different ways it can be done is what is put in the structural approach here. And we have Licious Gender Cuts online meat supply, where just to show the sales and marketing here. So ultimately saying that it's a very, very profitable, promising livestock enterprise. It presents profitable opportunities for not only entrepreneurs, small scale farmers, as well as entrepreneurs. With the right management strategies, it can be a sustainable and a lucrative business. So just to take away message to say that start small and scale up strategically, focus on quality and customer satisfaction, create your own networking and collaborations, where to tap, how to tap, stay adaptable, and government support will 100% accelerate the growth in this particular area. So I would just like to conclude saying that sky is the limit for opportunities. Explore, innovate, update yourself, come out with something new. Okay, so thinking out of the box to create your own business in a big way. So this is the what I want to like to share today with you all. So thank you.